Thursday night, gang. Our usual little get together. A little late tonight. I had to wait because we had a band of thunderstorms rolling through here, and I did not want to chance anything. So, we shall endeavor. Okay, this is not a sports oriented video, so take your chances. The colossal BP fuck up just continues. I mean, here it is, it's been 5 weeks plus, call it almost 5.5 weeks now since you had this oil rig set out in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Texas or Louisiana, I forgot which. Blew up, killed 11 workers, but there's all this oil that just washing up on the shores there in Louisiana and Alabama, Mississippi, the Florida Panhandle. And now the oil is making its way, courtesy of a current, it's now taking it along the way of the Gulf Coast of Florida, which means eventually it'll go around the Keys, come up the Atlantic. Now, granted, you're not going to see the level of polluting the shoreline. You're not going to see it, like along the Outer Banks or North Carolina or Hampton Roads or the Eastern Shore of Virginia or Maryland. You're not going to see it on as grand a scale as they're seeing now in Louisiana, but some of this may find its way up the Atlantic. You don't know. I don't know, you don't know, all got you and don't know. But yet here's BP. Now, I'll give you a brief history lesson. BP, and yes, the letters do stand for British Petroleum, but see, BP is the company that about 37 years ago bought Sinclair Oil. If you're old enough to remember Sinclair, not the big thing with the dinosaur. Well, they bought it. And what happened was BP bought Sinclair, except in some parts of the Midwest, and I can tell you that fact. And then, of course, they turned around and bought Amoco, American Oil, Standard of Indiana, those of you old enough to know. So, now we see all this shit, and those little commercials that BP used to do about, we're committed to cleaning up the environment. We're committed to saving the environment, saving the wildlife, blah, blah, motherfucking blah. You're fucking liars. Okay? Here's my response. Here's America's response to you. You're fucking liars. You're fucking hypocrites. And you've been exposed. And now they got a bigger question. Okay, so now they're doing this thing, started yesterday and dragged on into today, or tonight, whatever. But they're doing this thing they call a top kill, which means essentially you're putting mud and cement down this shaft, from where the platform was. You're trying to basically plug the damn thing up and then try to repair it. Yeah, good luck with that. Now, here's what it translates to. Nobody has the balls to do this, so I'm going to say it. What you need to have now are politicians standing there on the floor of the House of Representatives and the Senate and basically say, here's what we're going to do. Any company, we don't care if it's BP, banking, whatever, any company that just fucks up the environment, fucks up the quality of life, we're going to make sure you don't do business in the United States under any fucking circumstance. Get out of the business. Get out of selling. Get out of running gas stations. If you're BP, get out of running gas stations. Get out of the fucking refineries. Get off the fucking oil platforms. You have them anywhere in the territorial waters of the United States. Sell them. Because you're not going to do business here in America. Why? Because you fucked it up. But like I said, you're not going to see the politicians do that. No, they're too busy, turning a blind eye and letting people who are supposed to regulate uh, oil and environment, all of that, they let them run around and have all these, throw these damn parties in New Orleans, you're watching porn on, government computers and all this shit. Yeah, this is what happens. And this is one time I can actually say you can't even blame this on George Bush Jr. because they fired the woman who was running this thing. Uh, mineral, whatever the hell it was. Turns out she's a Barack Obama appointee. So I can't even blame this on George Bush Jr. as much as I want to, but I can't. Oh well. But this is my central point, kids. I know you're all watching outside the United States, so I'm aiming it more toward you than people here in America because they don't give a fuck. So I'm aiming this for you, those of you outside the U.S. We don't want to do business with you motherfuckers if you continue to fuck up the environment, fuck up our quality of life. We're not going to do business with you. That's it. Boycotts are not the answer. What you need is basically to have legislation saying we're never going to do business with people who fuck up the environment or fuck up our quality of life here in America. But you think you can see the politicians here in Washington do that? But no, it ain't going to happen. Not by a long shot. So we just keep going round and round and round on this. What else is new? So that's basically it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Didn't know what else I wanted to do. I figured this is as good a topic as any. You just can. Although I give you one funny thing. Sometimes when you watch Countdown, and you notice when Overman does these stories all about BP, and you notice they have like the BP logo and it's covered in oil. Uh, go, well, I won't say go to a hardware store, but go down in your basement or wherever you keep your paints. If you have Sherwin-Williams paint, take a look at the logo, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Sherwin-Williams logo is like this, the globe, and there's this paint can that pours over it and says covering the world. Tell me when you don't see uh, these stories now for Countdown. Don't tell me that when you don't see that and it does not remind you of the Sherwin-Williams logo. I swear I thought about that. I saw this yesterday or last night and it flashed on it. Oh God. There you go. So that's pretty much it. That was all I wanted to talk about. Uh, no, we're not going to do sports. I said I wanted to do that. So we are going to end this Thursday night. As I get to say, yes, it is always I. It is, as always, it is I, your friendly neighborhood real sports nut. Thank you. Beware of imitators. You take it in. Don't try to fuck with me. It's your own goddamn fault that you don't pay attention. So we will catch up to you when I feel like catching up. So enjoy your Thursday night, wherever the hell you are. And let me think here. I'll do one final thing in passing. Yeah, we know about you, Kingfish, Rochester. I've called you whatever the fuck you want. You still think you're getting to me? You're not. I stood here and did a video, said a very special day. I said I didn't say what day it was. I didn't say what was special about the day. But you took a wild guess. I'm not even going to say whether you were right or wrong. But the simple fact you keep thinking you're going to try and beat the system and try to get through when I block shit. So what else? It just proves your fucking idiocy, not mine. And on that note, good night, everybody. We will catch up to you when I fucking feel like catching up to you. Bye bye now.